Welcome back to the channel Top Coin. Coin collectors, treasure hunters and history lovers, today we are diving deep into a fascinating topic, the 2003 United States $quarter coin. This small piece of change that most of us pass around in daily transactions actually holds an incredible amount of history value and in some cases surprising levels of worth that might shock you. If you have a quarter sitting in your pocket right now, you may want to check the date carefully because certain 2003 quarters can fetch way more than 25 cents in today's collector market. Let's begin with the background. In 1999, the United States Mint launched one of the most successful coin programs in American history, the 50-state quarters program. This program was designed to honor each of the 50 states with a unique reverse design on the quarter dollar. The coins were issued in the order the states ratified the Constitution or were admitted into the Union. By the year 2003, the program was in full swing, capturing the attention of millions of Americans who began collecting coins directly from circulation. Now, what makes the 2003 quarters so interesting is that they feature 5 different states: Illinois, Alabama, Maine, Missouri, and Arkansas. Each of these coins carries its own artwork symbolizing the culture and history of that particular state. For example, the Illinois quarter honors Abraham Lincoln with the image of a young Lincoln standing in front of an outline of the state. The Alabama quarter shows Helen Keller with her name written in Braille. First in United States coinage history, the Maine quarter displays a rugged coastline with a lighthouse. Missouri celebrates the Lewis and Clark expedition, and Arkansas features a diamond crystal representing the only diamond mine in the United States, along with a mallard and rice stalks. These designs captured the imagination of collectors and non-collectors alike. Millions of Americans set aside these quarters as keepsakes, which is why even today they are very commonly seen in circulated condition. However, what many people don't realize is that while the majority of 2003 quarters are worth only face value, a few rare varieties, errors, and high-grade examples are worth much more, sometimes even hundreds of dollars. Let's talk about value. The first thing collectors look for is condition. A coin in circulated condition, the kind you find in your pocket change, usually holds no premium. It is worth 25 cents only. But if you have an uncirculated 2003 quarter taken directly from a mint set or from a bank roll and kept in pristine condition, it can be worth a few dollars. And if that coin grades extremely high at a professional grading service such as MS67 or MS68, then the value can jump dramatically. A 2003 Illinois quarter graded MS68 by PCGS, for example, has been known to sell for over $200, but condition is only part of the story. Error coins from 2003 can be extremely valuable. Certain quarters were struck with die cracks, off-center strikes, double die errors, and other mistakes that make them unique. Since error coins are accidental and rare, they are highly desirable among collectors. Prices vary widely, but some 2003 error quarters have sold at auction for hundreds and even thousands of dollars, depending on how dramatic the error is. Another factor to watch is the mint mark. The 2003 quarters were produced at 3 different facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. Coins from Philadelphia carry the letter P. Those from Denver show a D, and proof coins from San Francisco bear an S. The proof coins are particularly beautiful, struck with mirrored backgrounds and frosted designs. They were never released into general circulation but sold to collectors in special sets. A silver proof version was also made, which contains 90% silver, and these are worth considerably more depending on silver market prices and collector demand. Now let's fast forward to today's coin market. What is the current value of the 2003 quarter dollar coin in average circulated condition? Each coin is still worth only 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples range from $1 to $5 depending on the state. Design proof coins in copper nickel can sell for $3 to $5 each, while silver proof versions can go for $8 to $15 or more. High-grade certified coins, especially those in MS68 condition, can bring hundreds of dollars, and as I mentioned, rare error coins are the jackpot pieces with values stretching into the thousands. Collectors today are still actively building sets of the 50-state quarters program because it is one of the most approachable and fun series to collect. Many new collectors start here because they can find the coins in their pocket change, but as they progress they begin searching for high-grade examples and rare varieties. That constant demand ensures that the 2003 quarters will always have a place in the hobby. So the big question remains, could you be holding one of these valuable 2003 quarters in your change right now? The answer is yes. It might look ordinary, but if it has the right condition, the right mint mark, or the right error, it could be worth far more than you expect. That is why coin collecting is so exciting. Every coin tells a story of history, design, art, and economics, and every coin holds the potential for a hidden treasure. Before you spend any 2003 quarter, take a closer look. Check the date, check the mint mark, and if it looks uncirculated or unusual, set it aside. You never know what you might discover. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2003 United States quarter dollar coin, a small piece of change with big potential value. We explored its history, the state quarter program, the designs, the mint marks, the errors, and of course the current market value. If you found this video helpful and interesting, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting stories and tips, and share this video with anyone who might have a quarter hiding in their pocket that could be worth a fortune. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep checking your change because treasure is out there waiting for you. Today we are diving into a fascinating coin that many of you may already have in your pocket change, but it could be worth far more than just 25 cents. We are talking about the 2004 United States quarter dollar coin, a piece of history that comes from the state quarters program, and today we are going to explore its history, its varieties, the mistakes and errors that can make it worth a fortune, and the current market value that collectors are paying right now. Let us start with the background of this coin. The 2004 quarter belongs to one of the most popular programs in American coin history, known as the 50 State Quarters program. This program began in 1999 and continued until 2008, and it was one of the biggest reasons millions of new collectors started paying attention to coins again. Each year the United States Mint released 5 different quarters, each representing one of the 50 states, with unique reverse designs honoring the culture, the history, or the symbols of that state. In 2004 the Mint released 5 state quarters: Michigan, Florida, Texas, Iowa, and Wisconsin. Each of these designs tells a different story. For example, the Michigan quarter shows the outline of the Great Lakes and the state itself. The Florida quarter features a Spanish galleon, a space shuttle, and the palm trees, symbolizing both the past exploration and modern achievements. The Texas quarter proudly displays the Lone Star with the outline of the state and a lariat rope. The Iowa quarter features the image of a teacher and students planting a tree honoring education and growth, but the one that shook the numismatic world was the Wisconsin quarter because of its famous variety errors. Now let us slow down and talk about those errors, because this is where a regular quarter turns into a jackpot. The Wisconsin state quarter features a cow, a wheel of cheese, and a stalk of corn. The problem is that some of these coins were struck with extra details on the corn leaf, creating 2 famous varieties known as the extra leaf high and the extra leaf low. These tiny changes that happened during minting, errors caused by die gouges, are today some of the most sought after modern coin varieties. So how much are they worth? If you happen to find a 2004 Wisconsin quarter with the extra leaf error, you could be looking at hundreds of dollars in value. In circulated condition, these coins often sell between $150 to $300, but if you find one in mint state or graded by PCGS or NGC in very high condition, it can easily reach $1,000, and in some rare cases even more, depending on the grade and demand. But that is not the only thing that can make your 2004 quarter valuable. Collectors are always searching for coins with mint errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, die cracks, clipped planchets, and missing clad layers. Even a common state quarter can sell for premium prices if it has these rare mistakes. That is why you should always check your pocket change carefully, because many people overlook these details and spend them without realizing their true worth. Now let us talk about the mint marks and production numbers. In 2004, quarters were struck at 3 different facilities: Philadelphia with the P mint mark, Denver with the D mint mark, and San Francisco with the S mint mark. The S mint mark coins include both clad proofs and silver proofs. Proof coins are specially struck with a mirror-like finish and are sold directly to collectors in sets. The silver proof versions are 90% silver, and they carry an intrinsic bullion value in addition to their collectible value. As of today, a silver-proof quarter from 2004 already carries more than its face value just for the silver content, and in high grade with original packaging it can sell for $10 to $20 or more. Now let us consider the market demand for these coins. Right now, coin collecting has been enjoying a revival because of social media awareness and because people are learning that modern coins can hold treasures. The 2004 quarters, especially the Wisconsin extra leaf high and low, are always in demand on auction sites like eBay and heritage auctions. Prices vary depending on condition, but they are consistently selling for high premiums. That means if you have one, you can turn a quarter into hundreds of dollars. But remember, condition is king in the coin world. The value depends heavily on the grade. A circulated quarter with scratches and wear will be worth less than a mint state uncirculated quarter kept in pristine condition. Coins graded MS65, MS66 or higher by professional grading companies can fetch astonishing prices because collectors want the best of the best and they are willing to pay big money for it. Another interesting detail about the 2004 quarters is the sheer mintage. Millions and millions of these coins were made at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, yet despite the large numbers, the errors are what separate the valuable pieces from the common ones. That is why knowledge is power. If You know what to look for. You can pick a fortune right out of pocket change. So if you want to check your 2004 quarters, here is what you do. First, look at the reverse. If it is a Wisconsin quarter, examine the corn stalk carefully. Look just above the cheese wheel and see if there is an extra leaf sticking out pointing upwards or downwards. If you find one, you have struck gold. Next, check for any doubling on the letters or details, which could indicate a double die. Then look at the edges to see if the coin has any misalignment or missing layers, and finally always check the condition, because even without an error, high-grade quarters can bring strong collector interest. Now, before we wrap up, let us highlight some real auction results. A Wisconsin extra leaf low in MS67 condition has sold for over $1,500. A regular clad proof quarter from 2004 in perfect PR70 deep cameo condition can sell for $50 to $100, and a silver proof quarter in high grade can reach even higher prices depending on the state, design, and buyer demand. These are real numbers, and they show how valuable these coins can become when collectors compete. So the lesson is clear: never ignore your change. Pay attention to the quarters in your pocket, and especially those from 2004, because what seems like just 25 cents could actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The state quarters program created a new generation of collectors, and the 2004 series remains one of the most exciting years because of the history, the beauty, and the hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. Thank you for watching, and if you found this information helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video about coin values and hidden treasures. Share this video with friends and family, because you never know who might be holding a fortune in their pocket change right now. Where we talk about rare coins, hidden treasures, and the stories behind the money you use every day. Today we are diving deep into the 2007 United States quarter dollar coin. At first glance it might just look like ordinary pocket change, but some of these coins are worth much more than 25 cents. By the end of this video you will know exactly what to look for, how to identify rare versions, and what the current market value is if you happen to find one in your change or tucked away in a drawer at home. Let us begin with a little history. The quarter has been one of the most used coins in America since it was first authorized in 1792. Fast forward to the modern era, and the United States Mint launched the 50-state quarters program in 1999. This was one of the most popular coin programs in American history. Each state quarter had its own design on the reverse side, representing its heritage and identity. By 2007 the program was in full swing, and the Mint released designs honoring 5 different states that year. Those states were Montana, Washington, Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah. Each of these 2007 quarters carries George Washington's familiar portrait on the obverse side with the word Liberty, the motto In God We Trust, the word quarter dollar, and the inscription United States of America. But the reverse side is where things get really interesting. The Montana quarter features a powerful image of a bison skull in front of the rugged landscape of the state. The Washington quarter shows a beautifully detailed image of a salmon leaping in front of Mount Rainier. The Idaho quarter carries the peregrine falcon with wings outstretched, one of the fastest birds in the world. The Wyoming quarter is simple yet striking, showing a cowboy on a bucking bronco. The Utah quarter highlights the golden spike driven in at Promontory Summit in 1869, marking the completion of the first transcontinental railroad. Now let us talk about mintage and value. In 2007 the Mint produced these quarters in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Philadelphia and Denver entered regular circulation. San Francisco produced proof coins for collectors in both clad and silver versions. With millions of coins struck, most examples you see will only be worth their face value of 25 cents if they are worn from circulation. But the story changes dramatically when you consider mint errors, high-grade condition, and special collector strikes. For example, a regular 2007 quarter in average circulated condition is worth just a quarter. But if you find one graded mint state 67 or higher by a grading service like PCGS or NGC, it can sell for tens or even hundreds of dollars depending on demand. Some rare proof coins, especially the silver proofs, are worth even more when they are still in pristine condition. Errors are where collectors get especially excited. Striking errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, and missing edge lettering can transform a common 2007 quarter into a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. A double die error where the design appears doubled is one of the most sought-after mistakes. Also keep an eye out for coins that were struck on the wrong planchet. Imagine finding a 2007 quarter struck on a dime or nickel blank. Those are extremely rare, but they do exist and the auction prices are incredible. Another factor that affects value is the condition of the coin. Collectors prize coins that are sharp, shiny, and free of scratches or wear. These high-grade examples are often found in coin rolls, mint sets, or proof sets rather than in pocket change. If you have an uncirculated roll of 2007 quarters from a bank or mint-wrapped set, you could be holding a small treasure depending on the demand from collectors.so. What is the current market value of 2007 quarters today? As of now, circulated quarters from that year are still only worth face value unless they carry an error. High-grade mint state quarters can bring anywhere from $10 to $200 depending on the state design and the grade level. Silver-proof quarters from the San Francisco Mint typically sell between $5 and $15 each depending on condition and whether they are graded or still in the original mint packaging. Rare errors can go into the hundreds or even cross the $1,000 mark in auctions if the mistake is dramatic and eye-catching. For example, a high-grade Montana quarter with a dramatic strike-through error once sold for several $100s. A proof silver Utah quarter in perfect condition can sell for a strong premium to collectors who want a flawless example. And registry set collectors who need the very top grades like MS69 are willing to pay far more than the average person for that perfect coin. Now the real takeaway is this. Do not dismiss the coins in your pocket change. That shiny 2007 quarter you just got back at the grocery store could be an error coin worth hundreds of dollars. Always look closely under good light. Check the details of the design. Look at the edges. A simple magnifying glass can reveal doubling or other striking mistakes that your eyes might miss at first glance. Collectors know that the thrill of the hunt is half the fun. The 2007 quarters are still young enough that many remain in circulation, but they are also old enough that high-quality uncirculated examples are becoming scarcer as time passes. That means their potential value could increase over the coming years. So to wrap it up, the 2007 United States $quarter coin might seem common, but history, design, and rarity can make certain versions worth a lot more than 25 cents. From the bison skull of Montana to the golden spike of Utah, each design tells a story about America. And within those coins are hidden treasures waiting for sharp-eyed collectors. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2007 quarters, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more videos about rare coins and collectibles. Share this video with friends who might have spare change lying around. You never know what treasures they could be holding without even realizing it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep searching and happy collecting. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of United States coins, and we are focusing on one of the most talked about modern pieces in circulation, the 2013 United States $quarter coin. Now you might be thinking this is just pocket change. You see it every day and maybe you even toss it aside without giving it much thought. But what if I told you that certain 2013 quarters could be worth way more than just 25 cents? Some examples have sold for serious money and collectors are always on the hunt for these rare pieces. Let us start with the basics. The $quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1796, and it is one of the most collected coins in the world. In 2013, the United States Mint released quarters as part of the America the Beautiful series. This program started in 2010 and continued until 2021, featuring designs that celebrate national parks and historic sites across the country. For 2013, we got 5 special designs, each honoring a different landmark. These included White Mountain National Forest in New Hampshire, Perry's Victory and International Peace Memorial in Ohio, Great Basin National Park in Nevada, Fort McHenry National Monument and Historic Shrine in Maryland, and Mount Rushmore National Memorial in South Dakota. Each of these quarters carries its own design on the reverse, while the obverse or the front still features the portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. Now here is where it gets really interesting. While the standard quarters are plentiful and common, the real value lies in the minting errors, the proof versions and the rare high-grade examples. Collectors pay top dollar for coins that are perfectly preserved, graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC. For example, a 2013 quarter graded MS67 or MS68, depending on the design, can fetch anywhere from a few $100s up to several $1,000s if it is in pristine condition. Another factor to consider is where the coin was minted. In 2013, quarters were struck at several U.S. mint facilities, including Philadelphia with the P mint mark, Denver with the D mint mark, and San Francisco with the S mint mark. The San Francisco quarters were often made as proof coins with a mirror-like finish, and these are especially desirable to collectors. A deep cameo proof 2013 quarter can carry a significant premium compared to its face value, but it does not stop there. Error coins are one of the hottest areas in the hobby right now. Imagine finding a 2013 quarter with a double die obverse or a strike-through error where a foreign object left an impression on the coin during minting. These kinds of mistakes are incredibly valuable because they are rare and they catch the eye of serious numismatists. Some errors have sold at auction for hundreds and even thousands of dollars depending on rarity and condition. So how do you know if your 2013 quarter is valuable? The first step is to check the condition. Pull out a magnifying glass and look for sharp details, no scratches, no wear, and a strong strike. If your coin looks flawless, it might be worth sending to a grading service. Next, check for errors. Doubling on the letters "In Liberty" or "In God We Trust", off-center strikes, or unusual marks can all mean big money. And of course, always look at the mint mark because mint proofs and special issues are usually worth more than their Philadelphia or Denver counterparts. Let us talk about the market value right now. As of today, circulated 2013 quarters generally trade for face value 25 cents unless they have an error or are in extraordinary condition. Uncirculated examples can bring a few dollars, especially if they are part of a full set. Proof coins, depending on their grade and certification, can range from $10 to over $100. And when you start looking at rare errors or top graded coins, those numbers can skyrocket into the hundreds or even thousands. One recent auction saw a 2013 White Mountain quarter graded MS68 sell for over $1,000. Another example, a Mount Rushmore quarter with a dramatic die break, sold for several $100s. These are not just rumors, these are real sales proving that the right 2013 quarter can turn your pocket change into serious profit. Collectors love this series because it combines history, art, and the thrill of the hunt. Each design tells a story about America's heritage and landscapes. Holding one of these coins is like holding a piece of history in your hand. And the fact that some of them are worth a fortune only adds to the excitement. So next time you get change at the store, take a second look before tossing that quarter into a jar. You never know if you might be holding a valuable 2013 America the Beautiful quarter. Whether it is a pristine proof from San Francisco, a rare error from Philadelphia, or a top-grade Denver strike, these coins can be much more than meets the EYE. In conclusion, the 2013 quarter dollar coins are not just another year of pocket change. They represent a moment in the ongoing story of American coinage. Some are worth face value, but the rare ones are highly sought after and can bring in a surprising amount of money. Always check your coins carefully, learn about the designs and mint marks, and stay on top of the market because you might just discover a hidden treasure in your change. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips and stories, and leave a comment below if you have found any interesting 2013 quarters in your collection. Who knows, maybe your coin is worth a lot more than you think.